Get serious. That's step one. That's the foundation. Forget tricks, shortcuts, or hacks. None of them can replace a single decision. The decision that your life matters. I'm 70 years old, and let me tell you something. It went by in a blink. One moment you think you have all the time in the world, and the next you're staring at the back half of your story wondering where it went. When you're young, you think time is infinite. It's not. It's the rarest, most limited, non-renewable resource you'll ever have. And the most dangerous lie you can believe is, I've got time. There's a line from Rocky 3 painted on the wall of a gym. There is no tomorrow. That's not just a movie quote. It's the truth. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. It doesn't exist until it arrives. What's real is this moment, this breath, this choice. If you're lucky, you'll get 75 years. That's 75 summers to feel the sun, 75 autumns to watch the leaves fall, 75 winters, 75 springs. Count them that way, not as decades, but as a finite number of chances. Suddenly you realize how precious each one is. So don't waste them. Don't burn another season chasing distractions, numbing yourself with entertainment, or scrolling past your own potential. Step away from the noise. Forget the pressure to fit in. Forget the race to impress. Get back to what matters, you. Because the truth is, it isn't about likes, cars, or titles. It's about the work. It's who you become when nobody's watching. It's how you carry yourself in silence. It's the small, unseen choices that shape your destiny. Change doesn't explode with fireworks. It starts quietly, like a boat drifting just 5 degrees off course. So it's nothing. But give it time, and that boat ends up in a completely different destination. That's how transformation works. And here's the hard reality. The next year will pass whether you do something or not. 10 months from now, someone will look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of who I've become. Someone else will whisper, I wasted another year. Which one will you be? Maybe you think it's too late, too old, too tired, too overweight, too broke, too far gone. Wrong, it's not too late. As long as you're breathing, you can build momentum. One step, one small win, then another. Stack them long enough, and one day you'll realize you broke the cycle. You changed. Because here's the truth no one likes to admit. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. There's no standing still. Time keeps moving with or without you. So write it down. What you want, what you need, what you've been avoiding. Don't just think it, ink it. Set today's goals, this month's goals, 5-year goals. Break them into actions. Hold yourself accountable. Because the difference between a dream and a goal is a deadline. And the difference between success and failure is accountability. Check yourself daily. Did I do what I said I'd do? If the answer is yes, stack that win. If the answer is no, get up and go again. That's how you build respect for yourself. One promise kept at a time. Stop living for someday. Someday is an illusion. Monday is real. Tuesday is real. Someday will rob you blind. And don't fool yourself. If you're ambitious, you will always feel behind. That's not failure. That's proof you're still in the fight. Winning rarely feels like winning. 90% of it feels like failure, pressure, doubt, exhaustion. The highlight reel you see online, that's fake. The reality is resistance, friction, struggle. The great ones don't chase comfort. They chase mastery. Wow. They don't run from pressure. They live inside it. So if you're struggling, good. That means you're still alive in the ring. Keep swinging. Forget motivation. Build habits. Build discipline like armor. Character like a fortress. Because at the end of the day, there is no tomorrow. There's only now. And one decision, one serious committed choice can rewrite your story forever. Get serious about your goals, about becoming the person who can carry the weight of their own dreams. You don't get what you want. You get what you are. So the only question left is, who are you becoming? I looked around at the filth, the chaos, the mess, and it hit me. This is me. This disaster was a reflection of who I'd become. And that's when I said no more. I walked out, got in my truck, and drove away. That night, I made a choice. I was done rotting in the same version of myself. If I wanted a new life, I had to invent a new person, someone who didn't exist yet, a person who could take pain, who could take ridicule, who could outlast discomfort, a mind calloused by struggle, a soul tempered by fire, a drive that could not break. And I built that version of me in the fire, through suffering, through doubt, through every voice that screamed, you're not good enough, bet against me. Tell me I'll fail. I love it. That's fuel. Because this war, it's not about proving anyone else wrong. It's about beating me. If I can beat the old me every single day, I win. I don't care about the noise outside. I just keep raising the bar inside my own head. I fight me, and that's the only fight that matters. So let me ask you, if your life were a movie and the camera started rolling right now, what would the hero do next? You already know the answer, so do it. Write it down. The changes you demand, the things you'll never tolerate again, the lines you'll never cross again. Put it where you can see it every day, because that's how transformation begins. Tiny acts of courage, stacked one on top of another. You live in the rarest moment in history. You get to choose what feeds your mind. Books, voices, videos, it's all in your hands. You can choose inspiration or distraction. But never forget, a blade doesn't get sharp without fire. It gets forged in heat, hammered in resistance. That's life. That's growth. Nobody gets stronger coasting downhill. You only grow by walking uphill step after brutal step. And here's the truth. Success isn't something you chase. It's something you attract by the person you become. Stop chasing. Start building. Build the habits. Build the discipline. Control your inputs. Audit your thoughts. Ask yourself every hour, what am I feeding my mind? Is this building me or breaking me? Because you can control what you think. You can control how you feel. And you can damn sure control what you do. Comes a moment when mediocrity burns too much to bear. When doing the same thing every day feels like slow death. And eventually something snaps. That fire inside you, the one you've been burying, explodes. And that's when life begins. So stop running from it. Stop hiding from your calling. Stop hiding from your calling. Get serious. Get honest. Get uncomfortable. Push yourself to the edge and then go further. The life you want doesn't come from waiting. It comes from war. A war with comfort. A war with laziness. A war with the old version of you. And that war starts now. People ask me, are you happy? This isn't about happiness. If you knew my story, if you knew what I had to crawl through just to stand here, you wouldn't ask if I'm smiling. You'd ask how I survived. What I carry isn't joy, it's pride. Pride forged from everything I overcame. I'm not like everyone else. I'm obsessed. I'm driven. Most people will never understand that because mediocrity feels good. It's safe. It's easy. And that's why people surround themselves with average voices. People who let them off the hook. People who say, it's okay, you've done enough. But that comfort, that voice, it's a lie. I left the old life behind. I killed the old me. And I carved out someone new, out of pain, out of isolation, out of obsession. And that's how I was reborn. You want to be great? You want to be a savage at what you do? Then understand this. You will be misunderstood. You will be judged. You will be called insane. And that's exactly the point. You'll lose people. You'll confuse them. You'll disturb them. Because they can't relate to your obsession. They don't get why you're in the gym at 1 a.m. after grinding all day. They don't get why you're still studying film when everyone else has gone home. But you get it. And that's why you don't belong in their conversations. You've stepped into a place very few can survive. A place where balance doesn't exist. Where passion crushes comfort. Where focus erases distraction. Focus erases distraction. Kunini. If you want it badly enough, you've got to go to war with a normal. You've got to be off. Just a little unhinged. Obsessed to the point where people think you're crazy. Your brain runs in numbers, sequences, reps, hours. You don't even hear people talking anymore. You're too busy calculating, training, visualizing. That's the price. That's the sacrifice. While everyone else is gossiping, wasting time, scrolling their lives away, you're in the trenches with your mission. That's your language. That's your life. If you don't love this with every ounce of your soul, don't even open the door. Because the second you step inside, life will slam it in your face over and over and over again. If you do love it, if this is the fire that breathes in your lungs, then go all in. Because obsession beats talent every single time. You could be born with every gift imaginable. But if you're not obsessed, if this isn't what you live for, someone hungrier will take it from you. There are thousands out there waiting in the shadows, ready to die for the very thing you're lazy with. Let's be real. This game has always been you versus you, not the field, not the stage, not the competition, just the voice inside your head. Are you the best? Then act like it, train like it, think like it, speak like it, live like it. And if you're not, get better, because you can. You've got the brain, the heart, the potential. You can make the choice. You can build the plan. You can break cycles and rewrite your family's future. You can create a fortress so strong around your life that nothing breaks in. So let me ask you, why not you? But don't get it twisted. This journey is brutal. It's raw. It's every damn day. Back in the military, we used to run with instructors. Most of the time, we knew the route. We knew the finish line. And as soon as guys recognized familiar ground, they smiled. They relaxed because they thought the end was near. Sometimes, just when they thought it was over, the instructors kept running. No finish line, no relief. And that's when the joy disappeared. Heads dropped, feet dragged. That's when I took souls. Because in that moment, I knew who broke. They were living off hope. Hope that the end was near. Hope that the water wouldn't be cold. Hope that the storm would pass. But me? I don't live on hope. I want the water freezing. I want the storm. I want the run to go forever. Because when the distance is unknown and the finish line disappears, that's when you find out who you really are. So when it's cold, dark, painful, what do? Do you get up or do you start making excuses? The bed is warm. The couch is soft. You've got work later. You didn't sleep well. Keep talking. That's what most people do. But I don't. Because I already know most people won't do what I do. And that's fine. That's the separation. That's where growth lives. See, most people are afraid of the first step, not because they can't do it, but because they're already thinking about the 100 obstacles waiting down the road. That's not how greatness works. You're bound by nothing. You can do anything, but you need discipline. Let me be clear. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how smart, how strong, how gifted you think you are. Without discipline, you're nothing. Because when life gets hard, and it will, you'll fold. The second struggle hits, you'll quit. That's why people fail. They wait for motivation. But motivation is fragile. Discipline is forever. Discipline means doing what you hate, like you love it, over and over, every day. People spend their lives searching for purpose. Money, fame, family. Listen to me. The purpose is becoming the highest version of yourself. That's the point. That's the mission. And every morning when I don't feel like it, I ask myself, do you want to feel like a coward today? Do you want to know you could have, but didn't? Because comfort is killing people, killing dreams, killing potential. It's too cold, too hot, too late, too early. I'm tired. I don't feel like it. Get over it. If you want to win, show up when it's hard. If you want to grow, train when it hurts. Because pain isn't permanent. Setbacks aren't permanent. Seasons aren't permanent. But your discipline, your mindset, that can last forever. You've got to learn to perform without motivation, to perform without a pep talk, to perform when nobody claps. That's where greatness is born. You've got to move when nobody claps. When there's no spotlight, no cheer, no support. You've got to grind anyway. Because most people only show up when it's easy, when it's convenient. But what happens when life turns dark? When the car gets repossessed, when the lights shut off, when nobody believes in you? Do you quit or do you rise? Too many people stop after the first no. They crumble when the crowd disappears. But think about it. What if every dreamer quit after their first rejection? What if every visionary gave up the moment someone doubted them? Where would we be? See, some people, they keep showing up. Every day, even when it hurts. They whisper to themselves, it's not over until I win. And that's what separates the hungry from the hopeful. Because when the noise fades, when the hype is gone and it's just you versus you, that's when you find out if this dream was ever real for you. Motivation, it fades. Passion, it burns out. But discipline, that's the hammer that smashes through walls. That's the edge that makes the difference. I don't wake up motivated every morning. Most days, I don't feel like it at all. But I still move, I still show up, I still grind, because I don't wait on feelings, I execute. And once I start, that's when the fire comes, not before. People ask me, why don't you come out? Why don't you relax? Why don't you party like everyone else? And I tell them straight, because I'm trying to get it. The clubs will still be there tomorrow, but the distractions will never leave. Distractions will never leave. But my shot, my window, that won't last forever. So while you're chasing comfort, I'm chasing legacy. While you're sleeping in, I'm putting in reps. While you're waiting for motivation, I'm building results. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to build me. And here's the truth. The weirder you are, the greater your odds of becoming exceptional. The ones who are too obsessed to explain themselves, too focused to fit in, too committed to be casual, those are the ones who make history. 2. When everyone else is partying, talking about a balance, or chasing distractions, the outliers are locked in, sharpening their craft, sculpting something no one else can see. While the world laughs, doubts, whispers, they build, in silence, in shadows. in shadow. And when it's time to rise, they don't just take off, they disappear into greatness. But first, you've got to cut out the noise. Stop with the "I can't catch a break" stories. Stop complaining, blaming, waiting for luck. Every second you spend whining is time you could spend winning. It's time you could spend winning. You could be studying, training, fixing, building, becoming the person you're supposed to be. Motivation? It's a scam. It comes and goes. It's a spark, not a fire. If you're waiting for it, you've already lost. What you need is discipline. Discipline means doing the thing you hate like you love it. It's pushing when your body screams a stop. It's rising when your tank is empty and still finding one more rep, one more call, one more page, one more step. I've met so many people with talent, with potential, with gifts most would kill for, but they can't leave their comfort. They won't outwork their excuses. That's where I found my edge. While they sat in their feelings, I went to war with mine. While they waited for the mood, I moved. While they talked about what they could do, I was out there doing it. That "I can't catch a break" crowd, I don't keep them around me. I don't need that energy because I've had bad breaks. We all have. But I didn't fold. I stayed up later. I worked longer. I failed harder. And I came back stronger. Success isn't clean. It isn't handed to you. You're going to screw up. You're going to lose. You're going to get embarrassed. But then you rise. You go again. Because every so-called bad break isn't the end. It's a door. It's a choice. And greatness lives in the choices most people are too weak to make. You've got two choices in life. Get bitter or get better. I failed more times than I can count. But every failure was a brick. And brick by brick, I built the man I am today. That's the truth. One day you'll look in the mirror and say either, "I could have been great," or "A damn right, I became who I was born to be." In that moment, that decision is everything. Because here's the reality. No one is coming. No one's going to hand you the keys. No one's going to drag you out of the hole. You either grow up, take full ownership of your life, or you stay stuck, blaming, waiting, shrinking. That's the line that separates men from boys. You want revenge? Don't argue. Don't post. Don't scream. Win. Success is the loudest revenge. It silences critics, buries doubt, and leaves your haters choking on your dust. You don't defeat them. You build something so massive they can't even stand in its shadow. And if you're going to try, don't go halfway. Don't say, "I'll do it when I feel like it." Don't stop when it gets hard. Go all the way. Lose sleep if you have to. Lose comfort. Lose people. Lose your mind if that's what it takes, but go all in because there's no shortcut. And yes, you'll doubt yourself. You'll stress. You'll fall behind. You'll wonder if it's working. You'll be tired, exhausted, ready to quit. But that's exactly the price. That's the toll that separates the few who rise from the many who fold. If it's hard, good. If it's uncomfortable, even better. Because that means most people won't do it, which leaves the opportunity for you. You want to be a champion? You want your name carved into history? Stop talking. Nobody cares that you're tired. Nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody is coming to save you. If you want it, earn it. Bleed for it. Sacrifice for it. If you won't, step aside, because someone else will. So if you're waiting for a sign, this is it. If you're waiting for someone to push you, stop. Nobody's coming. That voice telling you to wait. Silence it. That fear whispering, "Oh, what if I fail?" Ignore it. That comfort zone you keep hiding in, burn it down. This is your one shot, your one life. Your single round in the chamber. And whether you rise or fall, that's on you. It doesn't matter how many times you've been knocked down. It doesn't matter how far behind you've been. None of that defines you. What defines you is what you do next. You're not too late. You're not too old. You're not too old. You're not too broken. You're one decision away from a completely different life. And when you finally stop explaining, stop stalling, stop quitting, and you decide to go all in, that's when the game changes. Not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. You become sharper, harder, relentless, unstoppable. You want respect? Take it. You want to be remembered? Earn it. Build the life that makes doubters choke on their own words. Don't talk about it. Let your results roar. Let your grind do the speaking. And in those silent moments when no one's watching, when motivation has vanished and it's just you in the darkness, keep going. When the weight feels unbearable, when the climb feels endless, when the pain feels too much, keep going. Because that's where greatness lives. Not in comfort, not in shortcuts, but in the discipline of doing the hard thing over and over until it breaks. This journey isn't for everyone. Most people won't make it. But you didn't come this far to stop. You didn't survive everything you've been through just to quit now. If you're still breathing, you're still in the fight. So finish what you started. Build the life you were born to live. If you're still here, still listening, then you're not like the rest. You're built different. Now prove it.